Welcome to This Explainer. Right now, all across your city, local businesses are literally bleeding money. Think about plumbers, dental clinics, home cleaners. They're paying an absolute fortune for ads just to get their phones to ring. But when that call finally comes in, they're under a sink or with a patient, and they just miss it. They are literally losing the leads they just paid good money for. But what if you could step in and fix this exact problem using artificial intelligence? Today, we are exploring the incredibly lucrative world of AI voice receptionists. We'll look at exactly how they work, how you can build them without writing a single line of code, and why local businesses will happily pay you every single month to set this up. So, here's our game plan for today. We're going to diagnose this massive missed call problem, totally de-jargonize the AI tech stack, and show you exactly how to build a booking engine. Then we'll break down the pricing strategies, navigate the very real legal risks you need to know about, and finish up with how to launch your own AI agency. All right, part one, the missed call problem. To really sell this solution, we first have to deeply understand the absolute pain of unanswered phones. Get a load of this number, 62%. That is the staggering percentage of calls to small businesses that just go unanswered. Imagine a local house cleaning service, right? They have fantastic reviews, they're paying top dollar for Google ads, but right now they're at a job site with their hands completely full of cleaning supplies. A potential customer calls, it goes to voicemail, and what does that customer do? They don't leave a message, no way. They hang up, scroll down to the next search result, and call a competitor. Customer loyalty is essentially zero in that moment. That business owner just paid for a lead and watched it completely evaporate. And that brings us to the hidden cost of these old-school legacy systems. In the dental industry alone, manual scheduling and frustrating games of phone tag lead to a 23% appointment failure rate. We're talking about costing practices around $127,000 every single year in lost opportunities. But plug in an AI, and a practice can see a 347% higher ROI within 18 months. Why? Because a human front desk worker takes over 4 minutes to book a slot, while an AI knocks it out in 45 seconds. The AI never sleeps, never takes a coffee break, and absolutely never misses a call. Okay, moving to section 2, the AI tech stack. I know the tech side can look super overwhelming at first glance, so let's completely de-jargonize the tools involved. When we evaluate voice platforms, it really all comes down to one word: latency. If the AI takes more than 1,000 milliseconds, which is just a single second, to respond, the caller instantly thinks the line dropped, or they realize they're talking to a broken robot. Retell AI is currently winning in production for local clinics because it averages a blistering 500 to 750 milliseconds. Now, Vapi is a fantastic option if you're a developer needing complex custom logic, sitting at about 600 to 900 milliseconds. And then there's Bland AI, which is built for massive, high-volume outbound campaigns. But remember, for a local business just trying to book appointments, speed and a natural conversational flow are your absolute top priorities. A successful system isn't just a voice bot that happens to sound human. It needs a brain, and it needs hands, right? You have your voice AI layer, which handles the actual conversation. But that voice must connect to an availability execution layer, a tool like cal.com, to check real-time calendar slots. Finally, it has to connect to a CRM automation layer like HighLevel or HubSpot, to actually log the lead and instantly fire off a confirmation text to the caller. If these three layers aren't talking to each other perfectly, you don't really have a booking engine. You just have a chatty, fragile bot. All right, section 3, building the booking engine. Now, how do we actually piece this together? Here's the incredibly beginner-friendly setup. Believe it or not, you can build this core setup in just a few minutes, with zero coding required. Step 1, point a web caller tool inside your AI platform directly at your client's website. Instantly, the AI ingests all their services, pricing, and FAQs. Step 2, connect their calendar using a basic native integration, so the AI knows exactly when they're actually free. And step 3, buy a local phone number for about $1 and set it up so that anytime the business owner misses a call on their main line, it automatically forwards right to the AI. Boom. You've created an instant, invisible safety net. But here's the catch, and honestly, this is where most amateur bots completely fail in the real world. Real humans are messy. A caller isn't going to say, "I desire an appointment on October 12th at 14 hours. No, they mumble things like, "Hey, can you squeeze me in next Wednesday?" or "I'm free pretty much whenever." Dealing with this requires a process called date normalization. Your AI system must be programmed to interpret that vague, messy human language, translate it into back-end code to check the calendar, and then verbally present available slots back to the caller in a totally natural way. If you master this logic, your bot will actually close deals, not just make small talk. Section 4. Packaging and pricing. Once the engine is purring, how do you actually monetize it without totally scaring away small business owners? Let's break down the transparent economics here. If you pitch a local plumber on a multi-thousand-dollar monthly SEO retainer, they're probably going to run for the hills because that kind of overhead is terrifying. Instead, successful agencies use a hybrid pricing model. First, you charge a one-time setup fee. This could be anywhere from $2,500 for a simple clinic build all the way up to $15,000 for complex enterprise logic. Then, you tack on a highly digestible monthly retainer of around $300 to $8,000 to cover maintenance, hosting, and CRM support. So, you get a massive cash injection up front, followed by sweet, predictable, recurring revenue. It's brilliant. And this frames up literally the ultimate sales pitch. When you sit down with a business owner, you simply explain that for their $300 to $500 monthly retainer, recovering just one single missed customer completely pays for the system. Think about it. If an electrician charges $400 for a call out, and your AI catches a single missed call that turns into a booking, the tech is essentially free for them. Every additional appointment booked that month is just pure profit. Framed like that, saying yes is an absolute no-brainer. Section 5. Legal risks and challenges. Okay, before you start collecting those retainer checks, we absolutely have to talk about the legal guardrails. Ignoring compliance here will destroy your business overnight. You must memorize the rules of the TCPA, the Telephone Consumer Protection Act. In early 2024, the FCC officially classified AI-generated voices as an artificial voice, and that triggers some extremely strict compliance. First, you have to build a mandatory disclosure into the very first seconds of the call, stating clearly that it's an AI. Second, you must provide an automated interactive opt-out mechanism within exactly 2 seconds of the initial message. And if you dare run outbound calls, you need ironclad prior express consent. Listen, compliance isn't just a feature you bolt on later. It absolutely must be the foundation of your architecture. Let me make it crystal clear why you can't ignore this. The penalty for a single TCPA violation is up to $1,500 per call. And guess what? There is no cap. If you run a sloppy, non-compliant outbound campaign to 10,000 local leads, you are staring down a potential $15 million exposure. That's game over. Enterprise clients know these rules, and if your agency doesn't have compliance totally locked down, you will lose the deal immediately. Keep it legal, keep it safe, and put those disclosures right in the opening script. Okay, Section 6, starting your AI agency. Armed with the tech, the pricing, and the legal know-how, how do you actually go out and land that very first client? The absolute biggest mistake beginners make is trying to sell AI to everyone. Don't be an amateur in every niche, be a master of one. Pick a specific vertical, like dental clinics or HVAC or real estate. Why? Because once you spend the time building the perfect, flawlessly functioning AI agent for one local roofer, you can literally copy and paste that exact template for the next 50 roofers you sign up. You'll learn their specific industry jargon, their unique pain points, and you will become the undeniable authority in that space. So here's what I want to leave you with today. Take a walk outside and just look around your neighborhood. The electrician whose van is parked down the street, the busy dental clinic on the corner, the local landscaping crew. Every single time their phone rings and goes to voicemail, they are bleeding revenue. You now hold the exact blueprint to stop that bleeding. The technology is incredibly accessible, the business model is highly lucrative, and your future clients are out there missing calls right now. Which local business are you going to automate first? Thanks for joining this explainer, and get building.